Welcome, and thank you for listening to this Paragon Edge audio blog. In this episode, we look at the reasons why end-to-end testing has become so important to the payment industry. We'll highlight some of the specific benefits and advantages that end-to-end testing provides, as well as how better ATM testing fits into a comprehensive end-to-end testing strategy for ATM operators and fleet owners. Payment systems today are more complicated than ever. They form a complex, interconnected web of banks, processors, card schemes, merchants, and consumers. Every electronic transaction today touches dozens of integrated systems that must perform flawlessly and securely on every interaction. This complexity, along with the speed of innovation, regulatory scrutiny, and continued growth of digital payments, has exposed serious gaps in how many organizations test their systems. End-to-end payment testing has evolved from a recommended best practice into a business-critical discipline. This broad approach to testing ensures that every part of the payment lifecycle, from initiation to settlement, operates as intended across platforms, devices, and networks. When paired with automation, end-to-end testing helps organizations validate the full transaction lifecycle, uncover failures throughout the payment flow, reduce costs, and build a robust and resilient payment processing operation. Payment system failures are no longer considered defensible technical hiccups or minor consumer inconveniences. They have become headline-making events that impact millions of users. From failed authorizations to delayed settlements or duplicate transactions, the risks are real and include customer churn from poor checkout experiences, SLA violations and financial penalties, compliance failures with card schemes and regulators, security gaps exploited by fraudsters. With modern payment testing tools like Paragon's Web Fast Test, organizations can execute high-fidelity simulations across their entire payment chain, from POS terminals to back-end clearing systems. Effective end-to-end payment testing validates multiple layers of the transaction journey, including message validation to ensure formats are correctly structured and processed, routing logic to validate that messages are delivered to the right switch, network, or bank, authorization and settlement simulations to test approval logic and batch settlement processes, edge case simulation that tests unusual scenarios like offline reversals, timeouts, or duplicated messages, fraud workflows that verify whether your transaction monitoring rules catch suspicious activity. Paragon's automated payment testing tools make this level of precision repeatable and scalable. Many QA teams still test in silos. Front-end UI testers, back-end database QA, and fraud systems all run independently. This fragmentation leads to blind spots, such as approved transactions that fail to settle, fraud detection logic that doesn't trigger for malformed messages, and tokenized cards that break issuer routing. Only automated end-to-end testing catches these interactions. Platforms like WebFastTest allow testers to simulate real-world volumes and conditions with virtual endpoints for acquirers, issuers, and gateways. Adopting end-to-end payment testing delivers a number of tangible benefits and advantages. First, improved reliability. Fewer bugs escape to production. Second, reduced downtime. Stress testing under peak loads identifies bottlenecks early. Third, better fraud protection. Negative testing for spoofing and duplicates validates rule logic. Fourth, enhanced audit readiness. Maintain compliance with evolving card scheme and regulatory mandates. And finally, DevOps compatibility. Tests can be triggered automatically in CI/CD pipelines. According to McKinsey's Global Payments Report, payment complexity and real-time demands are driving financial institutions to rethink operational resilience and automation at every layer. End-to-end testing is only scalable with automation. Manual testing across integrations, networks, and devices simply doesn't cut it. With automated tools, teams can validate changes across every system on each code commit, rerun regression suites overnight without resource drain, compare builds, identify latency spikes, and track fraud rule behavior. The benefits of automated payment testing include speed, validate entire transaction flows in minutes, not days. Coverage, test scenarios that are cost prohibitive to test manually. Accuracy, avoid human error in complex test cases. Paragon's ATM testing tools and virtual ATM expand these benefits to include physical channel testing, such as card insert, receipt printing, and PIN pad edge cases. In 2025 and beyond, no top-tier payment processor can afford blind spots in its transaction flow. Whether it's a fintech rolling out P2P apps or a global processor handling contactless EMV transactions, comprehensive end-to-end testing isn't a luxury. It's an operational necessity. As the Capgemini World Payments Report highlights, the intersection of new technologies and customer expectations is forcing institutions to re-architect their payment ecosystems. Starting with testing. End-to-end testing isn't just about technical due diligence. It's about risk mitigation and business protection. Paragon's proven solutions provide the infrastructure to test everything from contactless payment initiation to batch settlement files, fraud rules, to chargeback workflows. We help organizations shift from reactive QA to proactive validation with test coverage that spans the entire payment lifecycle. To learn more about how Paragon's testing tools and simulators help enable organizations to develop, implement, and execute comprehensive end-to-end testing strategies, visit us at www.paragonedge.com and schedule a consultation with one of our industry experts. Thank you for listening today.